I don't like number one because let's be honest, the number one has an unbelievable ego for somebody who is basically just a sick. That's all it is. Take away the meaning we have all aside to it, and you are left with the world's most confident vertical line. And somehow, it acts like royalty. Think about it. The number one never introduces itself, never explains itself, never earns your trust. It just shows up and immediately starts making demands. Be number one. Come in first. You're either number one or you are nothing. Whoa, relax, Mr. Line. Why is everything a competition with you? Have you ever noticed that no other number behaves this way? Nobody's out here saying you have to be number 7 in life. Nobody's crying because they came in 12th. Nobody wakes up at 3 a.m. thinking, my dream is to become number 46. Only number one has this obsession. The entire world's been hypnotized by this one little narcissist. And the crazy part is that one hasn't even done anything. What are its achievements? Let's review. 1. That's it. Its greatest accomplishment is being itself. Imagine having that level of confidence. Imagine walking into a meeting and saying, what's my contribution? I arrived. That's number one. That's the whole brand. And people keep rewarding it. Gold medal, number one. First place, number one. Best employee, number one. Greatest athlete, number one. The amount of positive publicity this number gets is ridiculous. And meanwhile, number 4 is out here paying taxes. Number 8 is holding society together. Number 37 is working 2 jobs. Nobody thanks them. It's always number 1. And don't get me started on how smug it looks. Look at it. Seriously, just look at the thing. 1. That's not a friendly shape. That's not a cooperative shape. That's a shape that thinks meetings should have been emails. That's a shape that corrects your grammar in group chats. The number 1 looks like it says actually before every sentence. And another thing, the number 1 acts like it invented numbers. It acts like everything starts and ends with it. But that's not the point. The point is humility. Where is the humility? Number 2 knows humility. Number 2 literally built its entire personality around being second. That's character development. Number 3 is just happy to be included. Number 5 is having fun. Number 8 looks like a snowman who got promoted. They are all living their lives. Then number 1 shows up talking about excellence and achievement. Brother, you're a lie. Let's calm down. What happened to having a nice afternoon? Why can't I just be number 14 for a while? Nobody ever says follow your dream and finish somewhere in the middle. No, because number 1 has spent centuries running a propaganda campaign and it worked. People literally fight over it. Fights over a position, over a ranking, over a mathematical celebrity. The number 1 has convinced billions of people that silver medals are tragedies. That's incredible. Manipulation. And honestly, I think 1 enjoys it. You know it does. You can see it. Look at the way it stands. Straight, rigid, judgmental. The number 1 has never relaxed a day in its life. You know what number 1 would never do? Go to the beach, take a nap, forget his password. Number 1 seems like the kind of number that responds to emails in 30 seconds. Nobody likes that guy. And don't even get me started on the phrase, number 1 priority. Think about how much power that phrase has. If somebody says, this is my number 1 priority, everything else immediately becomes worthless. Your other priorities are now standing outside in the rain wondering what happened. The number 1 creates workplace politics. That's what it does. And somehow we are all okay with this. Then There is the fact that one doesn't even play well with others. It's weirdly possessive. The second you put 1 in front of another number, it starts taking over. 1 and 0, now it's 10. 1 and 5, now it's 15. 1 and 9, now it's 19. The number 1 walks into every room and immediately starts rearranging furniture. Nobody asked for that. And have you ever noticed that 1 is always involved in important things? First place, first impression, first dates, first day of school, first paycheck, first kiss. Everything important gets attached to number 1. At this point, it's not even fair. The number has a better agent than most actors. And meanwhile, number 6 is just sitting there, exciting. Nobody cares. Nobody remembers their first number 6 experience because number 1 stole all the marketing budget. And another thing, the number 1 has absolutely no personality. That's what kills me. 0 is interesting. 0 changed. Mathematics. Negative numbers are weird. Fractions are chaotic. PI is having a complete mental breakdown. But 1, nothing. It's the plain toast of numbers. It's mathematically the equivalent of a guy named Greg. Yet, somehow, it's walking around like a celebrity. How? How did that happen? How did this happen? And don't say because it's first. That's circular logic. That's exactly the kind of reasoning number 1 wants you to use. That's how it stays in power. And honestly, I think the number 1 is responsible for most of humanity's stress. Imagine a world where we all collectively decided that being number 8 was the goal. People would be relaxed. People would sleep better. People would be fighting for promotions. No one would be climbing mountains. No one would be trying to become billionaires. Everybody would just be trying to become a respectable age. But no, number 1 got involved. Now everybody's exhausted. Now everybody's competing. Now everybody's listening to podcasts at 5 a.m. That's not a coincidence. That's influence. At the end of the day, I don't hate the number 1. I respect it. You have to. It's powerful. It's iconic. It's probably listening right now. And that's another thing that worries me. The number 1 feels like the kind of number that keeps records. The number 1 isn't a number, it's a mindset, a very successful, very judgmental, extremely overconfident mindset that somehow convinced the entire world that a vertical line deserves celebrity status. And frankly, I'm tired of its attitude.